I don't know which part of the last, the two-part finale. One early draft, it actually literally said Watchtower in there, and then it just things go in a different direction at times, and so we didn't use it then, but it came back. So.
Hi. So I know there was a big deal about Daniel, the number 7 Cylon, and I was one of the people who thought that Starbuck was his daughter. And I know that wasn't supposed to be intentional, I guess, but I was just wondering, it seemed to me like Starbuck's kind of prophecy dreams were really similar to some of the stuff that was happening with Hera, and I was wondering if that was intentional, like the parallel between the two and what that would be.
Oh, I don't recall. I wish I could. I'm sure that there probably was some intention that, like, if there is some intelligence out there guiding these things, that it would guide them in similar ways and look similar. But I'm afraid some of this is lost to time and my aging neurons.
This is kind of ancient history, but as with Daniel, one thing I like about the show is how many things were right in plain sight that you could have got if you were paying really, really close attention. And as soon as you mentioned the final 5, well, Boomer was 8, model 8. So 5 and 8, you already, if you pay attention, you knew there's 13 Cylons. Yeah. Another one of my favorites, which is I bet I get a few ohs here. What book was President following? What was her book? Her prophecies of Pythia, right? And in season 3, we find out that Pythia was actually on the journey to Earth, right? So if she's on the journey to Earth, she's a Cylon. Which means back in season 1, when Six tells Baltar, we know some of your religious texts better than you do. It's because a lot of those people wrote them. So I thought that was really cool. A lot of those So I think there's what I like about the show is there's so many places where we answer these loose ends, but don't go out of our way and say, hey, we're answering this. It's there for you to, on the 4th viewing.
Curious because it sort of pointed to me toward Starbuck being a half Cylon, and then she didn't turn out to be so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes they'll take you down blind alleys, but then you just get back on the main path. Right.
Hi guys, a couple of years ago I wrote a thesis on Battlestar Galactica, and I was just wondering...
Oh boy.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Thank you. One of the things that I was particularly looking into was the idea of international allegory, which is something that's based on Frederick Jameson's, but there's obviously very deep parallels with American culture at the time of the war in Iraq, but I wondered, my own great-grandfather was arrested in prison.